All right, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you're listening to this. Welcome to Fourth and Inch's first ever radio coverage of the official Fantasy Football League of Force Pressure Control. I'm Adam Bryden, your host, with co-host Harrison Daniel. I also have Ryan Hendricks and Trey Rapsilver in the room with me today. And a silent party who dropped from the league last minute, Mr. Patrick Huerta. That's a silent H. He dropped last minute but gave the opportunity for Hector the Chivo Rodriguez to join in that 12th spot. So all in all, it worked out. We do miss Patrick this year, but hopefully next year he'll not break his ankle and be out with an injury. So without further ado, guys, how's everybody doing?
Doing good, Adam. Doing good, man. Glad to be back.
Yeah, glad to be with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Today what we're going to cover is the draft, obviously. This was I don't know.
A shit show.
Yeah, I've never been a part of a draft like it, to be honest.
I've never been part of a draft at all, but I can still see that it was pretty much a shit show.
Well, there was a lot of our league that was in that same boat, Harrison, and you could really tell this draft.
Yeah, before the draft happened, me and you talked about rules and all that to make it easier on some of the guys starting out. And I think we may have needed a pre-draft mini camp or something because it did not look like we had a bunch of veterans in there.
No, it was remarkable in many ways, but in a good way, not at all. So before we get into the draft recap in a little bit more detail, one topic I wanted to touch on, which was kind of the high point of today, was the shout out that the league received from Coach Mora, former New Orleans Saint coach, former Indianapolis Colts coach, famous for saying playoffs, that whole spiel. I thought it was a great video. I know everybody here personally, minus Patrick, got a shout out. And I just thought it was great. I thought that was a great way to kick off the season.
Yeah, that was very unexpected. Very happy to hear from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to it as soon as you send it, knowing our history in past fantasy football leagues, that there might be a dig or a snub or something towards myself.
Did you catch the dig of your name not being announced first?
Oh, yeah, and I thought that instantly. I was like, this motherfucker completely did this on purpose and completely snubbed me. But then,
So you were right about that.
yeah, no, I knew. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep listening. But I either think like something's coming, or he's just gonna leave me off the list completely. So I kept waiting.
Well, and a little sidebar, just so everybody kind of gets the history. Ryan and I have played fantasy football together, probably the longest out of anybody in this league together, and we have a very sour history in terms of fantasy football.
I wouldn't use. I'd say rich history.
Okay, whatever. Start another argument. But anyways, yeah, that's a little bit of the history and why Ryan was singled out in this Coach Mora video.
Yeah, and then here comes Coach Moore at the end with his last little, here's the snub, and then he tells me to show you my balls. So, it made me, I was thrilled with it. I thought it was awesome.
It's more of a figure of speech, show some balls.
Yeah.
He should
show your balls.
He said, show someone your ball, you got balls. So I think that, like...
Are you about to show him your balls?
I can.
Are we doing this live, or what are we doing? Fuck it, we'll take it live.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in here. We're just not going to do that right now.
Y'all gonna wait till y'all are by themselves to do it.
Yeah, that didn't help, Ryan.
I'm just going to show them the goat later. But I thought it was awesome. It made my morning. I was really happy with it. And once again, thank you for putting on an awesome league. I'm really glad you're the commissioner, so keep it up.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're the commissioner too, Adam. I know we've had some, sketchy commissioners in the past
We have.
And it's really only gone uphill since then.
That's really the blessing of playing under commissioners like Ryan was back in the day.
Yeah, very.
You learn.
It's a very biased.
You learn what works and what does not work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of things went wrong then.
Yeah, it's just like with anything. You learn
Yeah.
you learn some from good experiences, but you actually learn the most from.
I mean, you set
Tough
the bar really
experiences.
high, and I'm glad you're doing it. Sorry,
Are you
I
being
didn't-
genuine now?
Yes, no, I am being genuine because so far
Well, then
it's
thank
awesome.
you, thank you.
You know, the past is past. We're not going to go there. That's
We'll revisit
history.
it soon.
Okay, I'm sure
Yeah.
we will.
Yeah.
You won't let it go, right?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
can't let it go. No, it's too entertaining.
Who are you trying to pick up the one time that I supposedly really ticked you off?
I'll have to think on that.
Yeah.
We'll save that for another episode. But anyways, anybody have anything else on Coach Mora? I thought it was good overall for the league. I know it put a smile on a lot of folks' faces, so happy to see that. But I think it's time first to talk about the trade and veto situation that's running rampant in this league already. And I will make somewhat of an assumption that a majority of the league that is vetoing have no idea what vetoing is. And I know some of us know each other's passwords and may have logged into other people's accounts to press the veto button, Ryan. Logging
No.
into Harrison's
Okay,
account.
so you can go and check his login history, and I guarantee you Marion did not come up on that day within that 45 minutes that it took. So we can check it if you want. I know you know
y'all
his
talking about
password,
veto
too.
and who?
My trade with Adam Mendoza, which was a very, very fair
No,
trade.
no. My trade was fair. Your trade was
No.
BS. Okay, hey,
Your trade was only for personal gain. It had
No,
nothing to do-
no.
It benefited
Like anything.
Chivo.
I can
No.
quote. Okay, but there's always gonna somebody.
Chivo kind of deserved
Well,
it,
why does he need two quarterbacks?
especially with his
Thank
first
you.
two picks of the draft. I don't
Okay,
know.
hey,
Team Chivo picked a quarterback, then a quarterback.
how many quarterbacks does he have?
Well, he went quarterback. He went Hurts
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Burrow.
Yeah. So
Okay,
So,
so
I think it was helping Chivo a
any
little bit.
trade that is
he's not going
ever-
to start those two guys off at the same time,
That is
right?
true. That is true.
Any trade that's gonna happen,
Who vetoed your vote?
I don't know. You can't see. Only the commissioner can see.
Hmm.
So you wanna go ahead and tell them that Harrison did not veto your trade?
That is a league manager confidentiality that I will not breach.
Yeah. I was just gonna throw accusations.
That's different.
You had a trade vote vetoed?
Yeah.
Oh,
It took less amount of time than mine.
Well, yours was the very first trade of the year.
Yeah, and I knew I was surprised that he accepted it that quick. I thought it did favor me, but that's any trade's going to favor one team over the other because somebody needs something more than somebody else. That's fair, right? Or are you going to argue with that?
No, I
Okay.
will give that to you.
Well, but I thought mine was closer to fairness than maybe yours was.
can you refresh my memory about yours?
Yeah, can we
What
see-
was your trade?
Pull up the league home
Hmm.
screen.
don't act like you don't know. I'm pretty sure you know.
I was just very upset when I got vetoed.
I don't think you were very upset. I think you knew what was happening.
Yeah, so I was going to trade Mendoza, Tom Brady, and Alan Lazard for Devin Singletary and Justin Herbert.
So a top 10 running back and a top 5 quarterback for a middle of the pack quarterback and a
Tom Brady is not a middle of the pack quarterback.
in fantasy football he is.
No.
Yo, that's-
no.
okay.
He was ranked in the top 10
Win.
on the last draft I did. It was on Yahoo. Might have been a little different. I don't know.
Okay, but
He's a top 10 quarterback.
he's not a top 10 quarterback.
As I'm frequently reminded, he's won 7 Super
Does he
Bowls,
run?
too.
No,
he
he
has
doesn't
won
run.
7 Super Bowls.
He has won
He has
7
won
Super Bowls.
seven Super Bowls. That's fine, but that's not a fantasy football. Like that's not his stats aren't great. He's a winner, no doubt. But Justin Herbert compared to Tom Brady, I don't think any fan of fantasy football will tell you that Tom Brady is an equal trade.
You might have
Quarterback
it
to
there.
quarterback.
I give that to you.
Devin Singletary, top 10 running back. Maybe top 15. I'll say that. Who are the other people?
Alan Lazard.
The third wide receiver. Yeah. So let's.
I didn't think we were gonna
Are we
go
gonna
this deep.
pinpoint this?
Yeah, I didn't think
Let's
we were
just
gonna
put a
go
pin in
this
this because I
deep
think
into
this
trade.
one's done.
Okay, yeah. So it may have been a little one-sided.
Which is, I understand it's fair. It's
He
gonna
accepted
happen.
You gotta try to slide him in there every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the people spoke. I did vote to veto, just like you voted to veto mine. I thought it was only fair.
I think I voted to veto yours too.
No, I know there's 3 people in here that all vetoed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know that Trey called or texted people who were like,
No,
"Hey,
I
go
didn't call,
veto
first of all, I didn't call
Ryan's
nobody,
trade."
but there's somebody in this room that was calling people.
No, I just think my trade was vetoed. The voice of the league.
If I was
spoke.
to get,
That's what
a
happened
trade
with
through-
yours
That's
too.
what-
I
you
mean,
know what, it
yeah,
makes it fair.
It's just
You know,
the
no,
voice
you-
of the leagues.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if it involves Ryan. But anyways, we're going.
Okay, but hold on. Like, that's not to say that nobody can trade in the league, because I think trades are good for the league. It makes it more fun.
Sure.
So, if you want to trade with somebody out there, it doesn't have to be me, it can be anybody, go for it. Because that makes the league more fun. It shows that everybody's, like, interacting. And transfers are good, and somebody always gets screwed, and then it's funny.
This is my first year playing fantasy football that I've been playing with a positive Ryan Hendricks.
Well, league hasn't started yet, so give it
No,
some
I
time.
mean,
You'll get
this is for fun. That got away from
Is it
me a
real-
couple
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago.
Is it really for fun?
Yeah, no, it is for fun. Like,
You'll
I
be-
mean-
2 weeks will be negative.
no, if I lose, I lose. But like, I'm gonna keep trying the entire time. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna sell my team. I'm not gonna. I'll keep trying to make moves and get better. But
The dude's still got his Tooth Fairy money. He ain't playing for fun. He's playing for that money.
Yeah.
That's exactly
That's
right.
it.
I mean,
No matter how many times you say it, you do care about this.
yeah, I do care about it, but I'm not getting as invested as I once was,
Yeah.
because that's not healthy for me or the league. I took it overboard a couple years ago. I took a break for a couple years. Still followed it, but now I'm coming back with a more positive attitude. No matter how much others try to instigate or poke or, stir the
I'm
pot
really starting to like this new Ryan.
to try to
is a
get
turning
me to
point.
go towards a
Yeah,
negative.
wait till
view.
week 2.
That's why I said give it till week 2. He's going to go negative. That redhead will come back.
No, I hope to prove y'all wrong.
Let's do a draft recap.
Yeah. Let's get to it.
Start out-
overall pick.
Start out
First
with the number one
overall pick.
Yeah, how about that?
How many times have you seen a quarterback go number 1 overall?
Never in my fantasy football career.
A couple years ago, we didn't have Patrick Mahomes go number 1 overall.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and that was a spiteful pick once again. Like by
Was that spiteful?
yeah, because
Or
his
was it
exact
just-
reason was so Ryan can't get him again,
Yeah.
which isn't a,
Team
like he's
Taylor,
a great
yeah.
quarterback, great fantasy quarterback. No arguments there. Number 1 overall, like, hey, I mean, I think he did all right after that and had a fairly decent.
That was Chet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
Chet.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you could have picked him up in the second round.
So we had 3 quarterbacks
Yeah,
going
it
in
was.
the
He
first
went
round.
Dallas heavy after that.
We had
that was 3 quarterbacks.
Puckett with Mahomes and Chivo with Burrow. No, Hurts.
Hurts.
No, you had yeah.
Chivo back behind that. First
Yeah.
pick of the second round with Burrow.
2 quarterbacks off the rip.
What I find even more interesting about the first 5 to 6 rounds of the draft is the number of defenses and kickers that were picked up.
How many were there?
I believe there was 3 kickers total. But there were 2 or 3 kickers
I
total.
mean,
in
does
that
those
time
3
frame.
kickers still on
Team
his
Taylor.
Well, his depth
The-
chart
the
is
first kicker
very
I think went to
skewed.
the 4th round.
That was Team Taylor too, right?
No, that was Chivo.
Chivo.
So you had
Nobody
2
talked to
quarterbacks and a
Chivo?
kicker. Yeah,
Did
nobody
nobody
talks to
Like,
Chivo.
did he tell him this
What?
isn't soccer? Like, this is
It
is it football? Because he went
Wrong kind of football.
off the. I mean, hey, it's your own team. You do what you want, but like,
He went multiple kickers, right?
damn.
Yeah, he has 2 kickers. He has
2 quarterbacks.
3 tight ends.
He went kicker 4th round.
Yeah, kicker 4th round.
No, yeah.
His
First pick.
I mean, he's got some depth at quarterback. Like, he's good there.
But
And
honestly, he doesn't have as much depth as he does as a kicker. He has 2 kickers, 2 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends. He only has 1 defense, so that's good for him. So here's one that really kind of threw me for a loop, and that was Mendoza. Mendoza was sitting at the table with us as we were all kind of giving advice. Hey, don't pick this, don't pick that, don't get multiples of that. He completely ignored all of it, and he went 14 rounds before he picked up a wide receiver.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I don't know his receivers.
He actually picked up 3 kickers
picked up-
before he picked up a wide receiver.
Okay, I didn't realize. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why I highlighted this one because
I mean, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Again, went quarterback, 3rd and 4th round.
He actually has 4 quarterbacks on his depth chart.
Still,
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I tried to trade one. I tried to get one
Yeah,
of them,
I
but
know.
you wouldn't let me.
4 quarterbacks, 3 kickers.
Dozer, let's talk. Let's see if we can get some.
Yeah,
Some
but
transaction
insight this,
going.
he might know something we don't. I'm not. Doesn't seem promising, but
He just has so many points that are going to be left on the bench that he could never play in any other position.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as you get a fair trade with him, we'll make it happen. We'll see if it goes through.
that sounds like a veto already.
No, I mean, if it's fair, it's fair. Just not drastically one-sided. He needs to give up some depth. So bottom of the draft, I'd say, Dozer's team is not bad. It doesn't have depth. He's very strong at running back, wide receiver. He's hurting, but overall, with his first couple rounds are good, and I like his team for the most part. Chivo's hurting. Chivo's got to do something.
Chivo had the number 12 pick. He went quarterback, turned it
Quarterback.
around, quarterback.
Yeah.
That really puts you in a bind. Because then you have to go another 20 picks before you can pick up anybody else in any other position. Which Chivo, we're just trying to give you some advice for next year. Too late this year.
Taysom Hill. Yeah.
I mean, and I will say that outside of the Mendoza Chivo debacle, I mean, I really think everybody else drafted, pretty well. There were through a few curveballs.
I mean, Chet really opened it up for a trade to get Jonathan Taylor. Harrison as a rookie, I think drafted very well. He did when he went. Who'd you draft as your quarterback? Where was your quarterback at?
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. And Adam told him while we were sitting at the table, not yet, don't get a quarterback. And then he just turns out, I had to.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, I went with a Louisiana team too. Tried to, to rep the boot, but
Is Aaron Rodgers your only non-Saint?
no, there's a few
LSU
other ones.
player?
There's a few other ones.
I didn't mind Matt James's auto draft team.
No,
They're
not at
pretty
all.
decent.
Yeah, I mean, I think he
He did
fared
definitely better
better.
than Chivo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Jeff? Didn't he pick multiple quarterbacks as well?
Yeah, he did, but he
started out
picked him
with
at a
good
pretty
wide
good
receiver,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
You can get multiple quarterbacks, but just not in rounds 1 through 5.
Yeah, I mean the Jeffs, the Allens, those guys of the league. It's really no shock that they drafted pretty well. Jeff, especially, very calculated in his moves, and really same with Allen. Allen knows what he's doing. In my opinion, with drafting in fantasy football. So well done to both. I mean, that's really the biggest shockers of our fantasy football draft, I think, if we're all being honest, was the Mendoza Chivo duo and just how they really threw a lot of the draft off. There was not a mock draft that you could have done in any website that would
Yeah, but you want
for
that,
this.
especially me coming in new to the whole fantasy football thing. Never been invited before by you guys. I've worked with y'all for 10 years and watched y'all do this, and just never got the invite. So I'm excited this year to participate, and I'm glad that there's some other rookies out there as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely, I would say, a B to A tier rookie within this group. So that is good. And it's a good spot to be in for you because a lot of the pressure's off of you.
That's right.
So, but really outside of that, we've had a lot going on already this year in this fantasy football league. We hope to keep it going on year after year after year. Outside of that, does anybody have anything else?
No, just really excited to see how this first week plays out.
Yeah, I am too. There's supposed to be a lot of close games this week.
What are the matchups? Like, I know I play Allen first game. What are the other matchups?
I played Jeff, hence the name Achilles heel. Hold your applause,
What
everyone.
happens-
That's pretty.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
funny.
good. It's risky though. What if who's your first round draft? Oh, what if Najee Harris? Oh, that's gonna hurt twice if his Achilles ruptures. because he's on your Pittsburgh Steelers and he's on your fantasy team.
You're the worst.
I know.
I like this side of you much better than the nice side.
I mean, you thought I was just gonna be completely. I didn't say I was not gonna talk some shit. Like I said, I was just gonna be positive, and I'm positively hoping Najee Harris ruptures his Achilles.
Stupid.
All right. Oh, you got Chivo first week.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Pretty soft matchup there.
Yeah. Battle of the Wellhead
Yeah,
leadership.
the Grease Bowl, TJ and Trey. And then we got Battle of the Sales.
The Grease Bowl. That's awesome.
We got Wes and Matt.
Battle of the
followed by-
Sales.
Yep. Followed by Team Taylor and Team Mendoza. No reason Team Taylor shouldn't pull this out. And then go
Battle
Team
of the
Rollins.
Redhead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go Team
Yeah.
Rollins. For sure.
Let the best ginger win.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. No,
He's,
but
he's like a true ginger though. He's like
how are you not true ginger?
I like. my
You're
skin
true
tone.
ginger. What?
I tan better than most. My argument for it. No,
Is
my
that-
kids
is that a
don't.
thing?
Yeah, I think so. I'm
Okay.
not freckled up.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
You fuck South Park.
Okay, we can dig into that. I'm gonna have to do some research before we really start diving deep into that one. But we are about out of time. So, that being said, I wish everybody the best of luck. Harry, Ryan, Trey, thank you all. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to many, many more of these.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Yeah, thanks.
Commish.
Thanks
Hey.
for a great start.
You know, it's just Adam, guys. I'm just here for the laughs, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, see y'all later. Fuck y'all.
Fuck you.